blinded by the light ahead. Thought about just what you said. Connecting lives is what you planned. After all, let's take a chance. Turning dust into diamonds, turning love into guidance. A second chance, let us commence. That's what I love. The life I see, what's left in me. Burning bridges to the ground. Take away what's left of me. Burning bridges to the ground.
Qu'est-ce qui m'arrive? Qu'est-ce que je représente? Qui je suis, putain? Va falloir que je me lève, que je recommence à zéro. C'est comme ça que ça se termine. Une balle dans la tête, deux balles dans le ventre. Mais putain, faut que je me relève, que je me casse. Comment je vais pouvoir me sortir de là?
Cocaine in my nose, got rose in my cup though. Started climbing my pole, she got me locked in on cup though. Cocaine in my nose, got rose in my cup though. Started climbing my pole, she got me locked in on cup though. Cocaine in my nose, got rose in my cup though. Started climbing my pole, she got me locked in on cup though. Cocaine in my nose, got rose in my cup though. Started climbing my pole, she got me locked in on cup though.
fire makes the city look so bright. Close your eyes and just stay tight. We have to go. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay with me while we leave. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay while we leave. Stay with me. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Crosshair Invitational League. My name is Lacron, and we are here to cast some Week 5 action for you here at the CIL. And today, I'm actually joined by a very special guest, Wonder Chef. How you doing, buddy?
Ooh, I'm pretty good. I know. I'm really happy that we got to be here. This is the first place that we casted together, and
It is
not the
indeed.
most recent, but I'm glad that we're back for this, and we've got a pretty good match too coming up.
Yeah, no, we have an absolutely star-studded match coming up. We have the Rizzards of Oz looking to take on Extended Warranty. A bit of a tale of the tapes here. We've got two teams. One team came off of a stellar breakout season last season for the CIL. Ending up, I believe, right on that second place, they challenged the then, I believe they were still running under the moniker Meowing Cats. They challenged them, brought them all the way to the finals, ended up losing just by this much, and here they are sitting at a comfortable 4th place. Whereas we've got Rizzards of Oz, this brand new team, sitting at that number 2 spot, kind of looming over the would-be contenders.
Yeah, but still, we're running a pretty close league here. I've been watching as much as I can, and I've been really excited. I feel like that's been the really fun thing about a lot of what's going on this season is that there's a whole bunch of different teams that are doing super well, and so I feel like this one's gonna be a pretty. I mean, obviously, like just as far as placements, they're going pretty well, but also just as far as like how I feel the teams might do. I mean, of course, a lot of it's gonna depend on the bans and the maps and such, but I get a feeling this is going to be a good one, personally.
Oh yeah, no, this one's going to be a lot of fun to cast, a lot of fun for you guys at home to watch and enjoy from the comfortability of your couch. All right, so we've got up first, Harbor City, bread and butter for a lot of teams.
Yeah, I love Harbor. I love watching Harbor all the time. Honestly, I love the two aspects of it. Like first seeing how people like play with sniping, and then how people try to break through the choke point. So in general tend to have a lot of fun here. You can see the picks and bans. So Harbor, always going to be fun. But of course, the particular bans here on Harbor, I think are a pretty big deal.
Oh yeah, the bans are huge, and they actually bring back to your first point, the sniping. The dynamies, out. No dynamies for this map, so that means that snipers are going to have free reign. However, on the other side, no Sazabi.
Yeah, no Sazabi is going to be, I would argue, maybe even more important, like not going to be able to hide behind the Sazabi when they're pushing through the long first point, when they're trying to go through the choke point. No Sazabi to axe over, give sight, be able to maybe like push some sort of alternate angle potentially with like funnels. So there's going to have to be some different strategies here. Sazabi is really, really, really important, especially just the fact that like any aerial mobility is really important on this particular map. So I'm curious if we're going to see maybe like some Hyperion, if we're gonna see I just don't know what. I mean, a lot of this is gonna be pure damage. It's gonna be hard to break through.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a lot of pure damage. It's gonna be a lot of like in your face, I think. Other than the sniper, I feel like once the teams actually start getting through those choke points, and especially on that bridge, it's gonna be just chaos.
Yeah, without a doubt. Again, they're gonna have to flex over to like some alternate options. We might see maybe some more like aerial mobility to try to sneak by, which that's really tough because you really gotta get the full team wipe or at least like a few big picks. We might see there's an old classic attempt to use the gym sniper like jump pad to go over the wall. That's still a potential option. I don't know if exactly we're gonna see that. I mean, Hyperion Unicorn, it's like the death ball strategy. It still kind of works, but I mean, maybe we'll just see both teams kind of go with the standard minus Sazabi and just kind of try to see if they can get the picks. I don't know. I just usually love to see like the kind of all-in comps on Harbor in particular, but we don't always get to see it.
No, yeah, we don't always get to see it, but I feel like tonight we might be a little bit spoiled because these two teams have been cooking this season. And speaking of cooking, I'm hungry. That's completely unrelated. Just got a whiff of it. All right. Moving on, we've got... All right, so moving on, we've got the map coming right now. We're about to start it up. Your go, Labamba.
All right, Harbor City. I'm excited to see it. Again, no Dynamis, no Sazabi, so we're going to be seeing some flex on some options, but like I said, I think this is going to be really interesting to see specifically. I mean, I love the idea that there's the bans here at CIL. The bans have obviously always been a really big point, but with the really specific maps that have specific strategies, I think
and this is one of them.
Even more. Yeah, absolutely.
This is definitely one of them.
Maybe like one of the most, but I mean, we've got great snipers on both sides, so definitely Gym Sniper is going to be a big deal. Love the coordination, at least on one of these teams. I feel like already they've got an advantage.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, we know we're gonna see that butterfly of El Price. You know that butterfly's coming out.
Yes, that's a really, really big deal. Of course, being able to have that for getting through the choke points. And then, of course, yeah, there is Jim Carrey, who is one of the best gym players that I've ever seen personally. So I expect that that's going to be another interesting pick as far as that team goes. But on extended warranty, I'm not exactly sure who's going to be playing what. It does look like a robot is flexing maybe over to the Zeta, which is really cool. That's another thing. I haven't seen this map that much since Zeta released, or at least like on a competitive level. So having that extra ability to not only have like aerial mobility with Zeta, but be able to knock people off when you're getting in those weird fights on like the left side or in the middle. I feel like Zeta is going to be big here.
Oh yeah, no, Zeta's going to be huge. Just like you said, actually is going to be able to push if they do choose to run an Ashmar, which it does look like both teams are going to be running one. It gives them that like extra kind of flank protection. You know what I mean? I've seen just like so much value being put forth because of the Zeta shield and just being able to keep up with the Ashmar. So in this, guys, it's going to be a battle for the ages as we're about to get underway here.
Yeah, we actually saw Jim Carrey switching around, maybe considering going for the Pale Rider. There's no Pale Rider on either team. What a rare situation to have a competitive match with no Pale Rider, but we've got a lot of flexes over, of course, to the turn A, to the snipers, to the aerial mobility. Again, weird map, and I love to see it. So here we go. They're going to be pushing now down the front. So we'll see if there's no Gym Sniper on the side of the defense, I realized as well. So this is going to be kind of a one-sided sniping match, except for the turn A's.
Yeah, that turn A is going to have to do some massive legwork here as we see the Legend 27, aka Yariella, scoping down, trying to look for anything. Dizzy Wizzy almost got his head blown off right there, but able to escape to the comfort of the apartments.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a really good range for Zeta as well. El Price is actually going to be the first one up, but there we go. They're going to push along the left side with that Hyperion. I think Hyperion is an amazing pick on Harbor in particular. I mean, I'm just a Hyperion fan, of course, in general, but we're going to have Keku pushing around the right side, trying to get a flank. Mostly everybody's like kind of flexing back. There hasn't been any big picks from the Gym Sniper yet, so that's a pretty big deal. There definitely can be a hold here from Extended Warranty.
Oh, but Cashin is going to be the first to go down, actually, to the sniper. We saw that just in slow motion, it felt like.
Yeah, I mean, all it takes is one big pick here right now. Then we see Ultra Cardis go down as well. So now there's only going to be 4 members left to the 6 on this other side. But honestly, a lot of them going down. El Price finally getting low enough. Jim Carrey actually switching off of that gym for a while to go onto the Unicorn. I didn't even get a chance to mention that, but it's going to work out. They are going to be able to push through. It looks like this is going to be a pretty solid grab for point A, and they're going to be pushing forward to try to at least kind of staunch the amount of members that can come from the other side, trying to get to this choke point.
Yeah, Extended Warranty really just trying to put the pedal to the metal here. Lots of gas, and oh no! Cassian Voyage!
Great observing to catch that. Great stuff. That is really not where you want to go. You know, Dom has the butter on the feet and maybe just a little bit too much butter right there. Oil isn't mixed with water, unfortunately. So look at this. This is going to be a great push through now. They took that opportunity really huge. Ultra Cardis will be taking down Jim Carrey, though. Still going to be on that Unicorn, probably trying to build towards that G maneuver. And oh no, that's going to be a pretty solid cleanup to turn things around. They're going to have to regroup. And as they are regrouping, I just want to point out that we're pretty close on G maneuver for both of the turn A's, a little bit higher on oh my god, OG name was too OP. Wait, who is OG name is too OP? Who's the actual
OG
player?
name too OP, that's Dizzy Wizzy, aka
That is Dizzy Wizzy.
Turn.
Okay.
Dusty.
Just making sure. Everybody's got too many freaking names in this game now.
Oh, I know. Nice headshot there, ringing out for Yariella as their G maneuver is going to be up. The sight is out, and the jump pad is active. Just trying to look around for anything. iRobot really just kind of playing in the back there, trying to get some damage out, but does have to back up as his shield goes down to Yariella. Oh, wow, look at that huge punch from Garmazavi.
That was nice. There's 3 members now downed, and yeah, maybe he was going to try to attempt to pick up Jim Carrey, but the shield wasn't going to be enough against the full other side. And it does look like we are going to be switching off Yariel. It's going to be Pale Rider, which is, I think, a really smart choice here. Now that you use the G maneuver, it's like, might as well try. Now, at least one of the butterflies is available, so this is going to be really huge for a counter push. Probably going to be saving it for maybe when we see, I don't know, just one of the other G maneuvers.
Well, I mean, I believe Weibo coming up on their G maneuver is going to be probably what prompts them really to pop this. But, and there it is, the G maneuver is out for the side of Extended Warranty. The answer.
Ooh, wow, yeah, you got everything coming out on the other side. That is actually gigantic. And now we're going to see, oh no, 5 members, 6 members down, a full team wipe. That is painful. A great counter. And on top of that, too, we did manage to hold on to a lot of the really important G maneuvers. We still got the Screaming Nimbus. We've still got the Butterfly. We've still got the Beam Confusion. There we go. I'm going to remember the name of that move.
Hey, you remembered
some huge ones. Yeah, I know. I'm improving. I'm learning. You can teach an old dog new tricks.
Right? Speaking of teaching old dogs new tricks, this old dog is trying to fly over the wall, but ain't seeing much to go for. It just doesn't seem like the Extended Warranty has much of a plan when it comes to getting their flyers over that right side.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying. It's just, you look at it, they're just kind of trickling
one by
over.
one.
Yeah, not going to be able to make it happen. And this is going to be the biggest part, right? The fact that Sazabi is banned means that you have to have some other huge strategy to get through. And honestly, the fact that they've already used so many of their G maneuvers, and there's so many on the other side, there's only a minute 30 left. We're going to have to get something huge here. Now, we could have potentially a big combo here. The Butterfly is going to be up. We are going to have the Hyperion Lancer, which is not that big, but the Butterfly and the Pale Rider Hades could be what we need to push through. That's gonna kind of have to be it. Is like almost not more time for more than one big push here.
Yeah, no, it's gonna have to be big, but as we see that, Yariella coming up on their ult, and they want to push in on this. They want to use through. Oh, but Supernova going down before they can even use their G maneuver. What a staunch defense from Rizzards of Oz.
Yeah, I don't know if that Hyperion's working. Here we go. Price is going to be going over. That's going to be 2
Oh!
picks. That's huge. A great chase. 3 picks. Oh, that's great. I think Armasabi going down to their own flame grenade. So that's going to be their first big opportunity to push in. They look like they should be potentially getting a tick. Price is going to go down, landed a little bit in an unsafe position. They are going to get fully destroyed as well. A robot just sitting back as Zeta. Now on the defensive side, they are going to be popping the Screaming Nimbus. That's a tough spot right there. You can knock a lot of people off this map if they're not in a good position. And look at this. Most of them have been pushed back now. 2 members down. Also with the second of the barrage in a row, that built super quickly. But this looks like this could end up as a total team wipe. Oh no! Jim Carrey catching 2.
Whoa!
He'll probably get picked back up though.
Wow, Jim Carrey with the surprise 2K on the thermal there. As we see Dizzy Wizzy popping that butterfly, looking to try and get some sort of ground. There it is. Does secure that for his team by putting the pressure of the butterfly onto them and the fear of God in their hearts.
Ooh, that was, I mean, it was a great attempt to push. They definitely knew what their win condition was right there, right? Like they had to push, they had to use their combo of, again, it was Hades and Butterfly. The Butterfly from El Price was amazing. It was super, super effective, but there was just so many resources on this side. This map is so often a battle of resources, right? Who can build up, like especially like the big turn AG maneuvers by the choke point by B, who can get that first, who can have potentially 2 in a single match. And unfortunately, it just seemed like it was a little bit more advantageous on the defensive side there.
Yeah, Rizzards of Oz just didn't really take any chances when it came to using their G maneuvers. They did exactly that. Textbook GEVO right there. Just textbook competitive GEVO. You always want to make sure that you've got the 1-up, and if the 1-up isn't going to be a direct one-on-one confrontation, it's going to be the G maneuvers, and that's right there. They had it.
Yeah, and you can actually see here that honestly, the overall damage was not super heavy towards the other side, towards the side of extended warranty. But honestly, it was, I mean, it was just a little bit. I think the biggest thing here is that the idea of using the Hyperion maybe just didn't quite work out, right? It was getting burns down super fast. I mean, I love the idea. I had the same idea. It definitely makes a lot of sense, but it just seemed like it wasn't enough without the assist of the Sazabi as well. It didn't do that much damage overall. And so now the big question is what to try to flex with now on the defense. I feel like we're probably not going to see the Hyperion again.
Well, I mean, we are going to see the Hyperion actually on the side of Rizzards.
Yeah.
Actually, both sides. Both sides have it.
So I couldn't be more wrong. Why does anybody ever listen to me? That's the big question. Honestly, I mean, I guess the Hyperion does work really well in defense here as well. I personally like it quite a bit because you can kind of get those recoveries that are almost unsafe. But we're already going to be pushing through. 2 members flanking along the right side. That's going to be Cobaltic on that Zakutu ranged. An interesting pick here. And then a robot who has been committing to that Zeta. So far, no picks, but it looks like El Price is in a really dangerous position. Ooh, just kidding. Cobaltic going down. And yeah, that's 2 picks already.
One health Jim, though. If they're going to be getting picked up here, Casting, unfortunately, does go all the way down, so that's going to be a nice pick there for the side of extended warranty. And we do see the Legend 27 themselves getting dangerously low. Garmasabi just kind of cooking over there in the background. Yo, as I say that, Keku, though, picking him up.
Yeah, we've got a lot of really interesting choices that have actually been coming out, like the Marsai there, that's really big, and they're playing a really good range for it as well. Cobaltic is trying to find some flanks, but it's really difficult. There's not enough people around there to actually, it seems like, get that damage. They did manage to get out, and now they are going to be threatening the point, and threatening this right here. The Jim Sniper is going to be an amazing target. Yeah, definitely going down, and that might be, honestly, all that you need to start pushing through here, as Cobaltic's going to at least get one, but they're going to be trading the other side as well.
Okay, did anybody see that Jim Carrey danced around like a madman? Was able to just stick in the face of the butterfly and just pretty much out DPS him. Weebo, able to get captured. Oh, yeah, no, able to get casted right there with the mine of all things. And gets the res as well. Jim Carrey already G maneuver out.
Oh yeah, that is a really early G maneuver. Honestly, not sure if that placement was exactly what they wanted. Might have been aiming for a little bit more towards the center, but regardless, it's going to be annoying. They're going to have to move around this side. You can see double flanking here. Jim Carrey still just kind of running around like a madman, holding onto that health pack. There's duels happening in every direction. Keku's the one's going to go down the back, but a robot as well. And Cobaltic finally is going to be finding this flank. It looks like this could be a take on the side of the offense.
Yep, and extended warranty opting to back up and try and hold this bridge. I don't know if that's actually the right choice here, because if they could just stop this, they might get this point themselves.
Yeah, ooh, I mean, they had a few members. I do like that they're playing safe, though. They're going to have to really do a full hold to make sure that they, can take this. They've got to defend for a really long time. There's 3 minutes and 22 seconds left, but this is the spot that gave them the most trouble on offense. Jim Carrey's holding very far forward. Actually, they're going to be able to get a pick off of that. That's very impressive. Keku might go down for it, though. No, just barely escaping. A lot of healing. Very nice from Jim Carrey, as usual.
Yeah, Weebo cooking on that Dom Trooper, just landing rocket after rocket, and they're going to have their G maneuver right now. Keku's got about 3% to go, and then they'll have theirs. And we actually see Supernova with theirs. Boom, being confused out though, baby.
That's huge. That hit maybe 3, maybe 4. I actually couldn't see in the back, but they are going to be trying to follow that up, and we're actually just going to trade once again. The problem here is the trades are not great for the offense in this situation. The Screaming Nimbus came out, though, as well, just to try and hold this off a little bit more, and it does look like it was able to hold it a decent amount. There are some members in. Cabaltic's going to be going down. Supernova's going to be able to just barely get that heal, and they don't want to trickle in, but there are most of them back on the offense, and that punch is pretty big. That's going to be 2.
Armazabi with the big punch coming in, taking down 2. Just like you said, and our robot picking up the sniper in turn. And look at that, we do have Keku. Very smart of Keku to fall back to the point with their G maneuver. That Sea Snake and Snare is ready to go at any moment, but boom! The Lancer's out and impales him.
Oh, the butterfly is going to be able to at least get 1. Looks like the robot's going to catch another one in the back, and that's going to be 4 down. They only need 1 tick, only 2 members up, and it looks like they're going to be going pretty quick. Oh, almost got Garmazabi off, wasn't quite able to. That could have been nice, but oh my gosh, Supernova getting a ton of damage, but it's not going to matter in the end. Great attempt to defend, but it was just a little bit too much offense.
Yeah, Yariella and Supernova almost brought that back from the brink of defeat. However, that is going to be the first map solidly in the favor of Rizzards of Oz.
Ooh, a robot. That's a cool color, by the way. I haven't even really seen all the Zeta colors yet. I should probably take a look through them, but a robot, I like that. A robot, of course, we're just so good at all these flyers. I was saying beforehand, which, I mean, we were talking about that, like, Zeta is going to be so important here. We saw that a big reason why that big last push actually worked was the beam confuse that hit like 3 or 4. Sometimes kind of hard to tell, but that is a great way to get through that choke point. There's so many people that are hanging out on both sides, but there's not a lot of like the physical cover that's going to be able to get stopped by that. And then you can also fly over the sides and get a cool angle that people aren't going to be ready for when you're doing that. So I think that was a huge part of it.
Yeah, that was gigantic. That was almost completely integral for their push right there, and it caught so many of extended warranty off guard, which, I mean, that's kind of in the name. So, I mean, we should have seen it coming, but hey, you live and you learn. So it looks like they're going to be scouting out maybe some lineup changes. That's going to be a no on this side of extended warranty. No lineup changes there. And let's see how Rizzards responds. It doesn't look like anybody's switching there either.
All right. Yeah, a lot of confidence. Honestly, again, I kind of feel like that one was a more unique match, right? Like the fact that you kind of had to find your strategy to break through without the Sazabi. It was kind of a match of like, what do we have in our arsenal as far as like who can play what, like what we can try to do to coordinate here. I feel like the ones that we're going to get in the future, just looking at the other maps that we're having, are going to be considerably more like just actual combat based. I think we're moving actually to Flak Fort next, which is that I actually haven't seen Flak Fort in a while. I feel like a lot of people.
Oh, you cut out there, Chef.
Uh-oh. Oops. Hello?
No, you're back now.
I'm back? All right. Interesting. Well, let's hope my internet is fine here. But what I was saying was that I haven't seen Flak Fort in a long time. It gets banned out quite a bit when I see it.
Yeah, no, actually, that's something that I've noticed about the CIL. We love Flak Fort around here, apparently. That map gets ran a lot. And honestly, lots of teams have played it. Lots of teams know it. They've been scrimming it. They've got the ins and outs of their pushes down, but everything kind of goes for a bit of a ride when you put the pick bans in there.
Yeah, so who do you personally feel is like a really important suit that one could ban out for Flak Fort? Of course, Flak Fort's another kind of one of those sort of unique maps where like it is a lot about like how you fight on each particular point, like especially point A. Do you think there's anything in particular that you might target out? If let's say if the enemy team has somebody that's really good on that suit.
So if I'm extended warranty, just from the last match alone, and knowing how Flak Fort like plays, knowing that air superiority is extremely important, I'm banning that Zeta. I'm taking our robot off of the thing that they've been practicing all week, and I'm making him go back to the old school. You know what I mean? And if I'm Rizzards, honestly, that's a tough question. Maybe the Dom. I don't know. That's that. But then again, that's kind of more of a team, more of a player ban strategy. You might even just find them straight up banning GM.
Honestly, I feel like I would go for that ban a lot because it's one of those picks. I mean, I feel like any team here who which is what did we get? Pale Rider. Hey.
We got Pale Rider and Heavy Arms being banned, so nothing from what I just said. So you and I are just both 0-2 for our predictions right now.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's fair. I do get this for sure. I mean, especially the kind of mid-range fight early on can be gigantic for Pale Rider. I mean, Pale Rider's just good everywhere, obviously, but Pale Rider seems to usually be like who can kind of be protected the best on high ground on point A, on Flak Fort. That really helps people take that. And then, of course, if you can get off of Hades or like just get good positioning on B as well, the mid-range fights like on the points are just so good for Pale Rider. And you kind of get the same thing, I think, with especially when you're on defense using Heavy Arms. Also, like if you're trying to clear out somebody who's standing on the high ground, just like flipping a barrage is gigantic. So I like that. I think it's smart.
Yeah, no, really smart actually from both teams, and actually very targeted bans, I believe, because we do know that Yariella loves to cook on that Pale Rider. They took Yariella's Dynamis from them last map, so it's kind of just hey, what can we do to really ruffle the feathers of this player?
Yeah, and I think Rizzards of Oz, no, actually, maybe both teams actually decided to at points not use Pale Rider last time around. So there's definitely, I mean, some flexibility of not having it, but we'll see what changes this time around too. We did see some of the players like flex over to turn A, and I do feel like turn A can do kind of the same thing on this map, especially if you're doing, well, speaking of turn A, hello all the turn A's in a row.
We see all of the orange Haros in response. Oh man, we have probably two of the best, if not the greatest, butterflies of all time in Dizzy Wizzy and L Price. I do gotta say both of them had really integral G maneuvers. So I mean, but the one thing that people all came here for, let's be real, let's be honest. It's the hook cam. It's the hook cam, baby.
It's always about the hook cam. I saw there was a hook on, is it Ironworks that has the hook? We got another hook in the game. I just saw that one time. Brother. That's super cool. I'm glad that the hook is, it's late in the game's life that the hook is being loved, but even the devs are adding more hooks. It's very important. Hook cam, always, all the time.
Hook cam 24/7, baby, if we would allow it. However, got to stick to the script, right? All right, so moving on, we got to look up at the lineups here. Do we see any switches? Oh, I already see one right here. We see Jim Carrey on the tried and true Zaku melee.
Ooh, I wonder if we're going to stick with that here. There's a chance that they can switch. Jim Carrey was switching around the last game, and I feel like they troll me sometimes when I watch them actually play. We definitely, of course, have Ultra Cardis on the Suzabi. That's going to be big. We're also going to see a Susano. That's really cool. The melee, and then Zakutu range is so good at defending, especially that first point here. I love that. And if we do get the Zakutu melee out of Jim Carrey, that would be really, really cool. El Price, of course, going to be on the turn A, so I like the butterfly. And oh my gosh, I'm going to be motion sick as we are zooming around.
Yeah, all sorts of switch ups here at the last second. Keku on the barb. We see Yariella swapping over to that unicorn. Not a bad swap over to the unicorn, because it really feels like when you're playing unicorns, like it's a bigger Pale Rider with heals.
Yeah, and especially like I was saying, that mid-range right here is so big. You can get a ton of damage. It's particularly like on this site. I love this choice. You're also going to be...
Whoa.
Right now, they're going to be trading for one. Ultra Guard is already going down. That was so quick. Lots of melee damage, so that is going to be really scary. Jim Carrey going to take out the other Zaku, saying that I actually have more range than you, range Zaku. And this is going to be, I think, already a pretty good first push. A lot of members are bleeding on the side of Rizzards, and we are going to... Oh, I'm sorry, on the side, yeah, on the side of Rizzards. So we might just see this as a full take. There's a few left. They might be able to extend it until everybody gets back, but this is looking good.
Oh, a robot trying desperately to get back up to the health pad, does so in a beautiful fashion, and is looking to take their aggression forward out of the choke point. It was a bit of a shock to see extended warranty come out like so hot right at the beginning, right out of the gate.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that Rizzards managed to take this all back. I mean, they lost like 3 people. They had a really quick run back at least somehow. I mean, obviously it's one of the longest run backs in the game, but they had some good mobility on whatever suits they had to get back. So halfway is already pretty good. That does mean that there's a chance that they can kind of steal it by not fully winning a second fight. But the biggest thing here is that they did so well that they're going to be building up a ton of G maneuver, and they're going to maybe need that because already they lost 2 people on this push. They're going to have to wait for the run back. Price just trying to build up definitely some more gauge for that butterfly, but this push is not it.
Yeah, speaking of chefs in the kitchen, Cashin was able to stay alive and maintain that height superiority on the Dom Trooper, and already has their G maneuver here, popping it right in the face of Yariella, who's going to be bringing it out, trying to catch anybody from extended warranty out off guard. Didn't really see much value actually come out of that.
Yeah, not so much value off of that, but also I think a part of it was that like 3 or 4 members went down, like regardless due to other things. So it was just like, wait a minute, I'm trying to get to where the enemies are and they're already dead. And that's maybe a win more situation. But I think I would have liked to see that held on until you can maybe like counter G maneuver with it, you know, see some really big push, use it then. That one was maybe a little bit win more, but already they're doing so well. They've got 3 G maneuvers. I mean, they've got the being confused as well, which can hit like the entire building here, but a robot's pretty low, so they're gonna have to use it pretty carefully.
Oh, nice moves by Keku as they get in and actually do find the pick onto the barb here. They're gonna be getting chased by the Dizzard Wizard himself. But they turn their back on him. You don't turn your back on Keku, what are you doing?
Ooh, the punch coming on El Price, and actually, I don't know about that, because there is only going to be one option for this final push to deal with this butterfly, and it might have been punch to kind of counter fly over. El Price, look, is going to have this. Weebo's going to have punch. We're going to have Jim Carrey with the spin. This is going to be very hard to hold on to this very final moment, I think, on the side of Rizzards. So, I mean, they can do it for sure, but they are now going to very much be vulnerable to the butterfly.
Yeah, this is going to be 35 seconds of pure chaos, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
And so Jim, oh, look at that, Spin went out on the point. Bursting forward. Keku goes down, though, in the response to that, and Jim Carrey not picking up anything. Wow, we're seeing a complete shutdown from the side of Rizzards.
Oh no, they weren't able to use the punch, and that's gonna be a full wipe. Keku may be the only one to come back, but they are going to just get immediately taken down. Yeah, we can already see that this is gonna be a confident win here. Yeah, they weren't even to make it back.
Wait,
No,
it's not over yet.
I was wrong.
In there.
Yeah, good
Actually,
mobility.
did extend the time enough for extended warranty to come back onto the point. They're contesting the crap out of this.
Oh, the punch happened as well. Weeble's gonna go down. Actually, 2 picks.
Whoa!
Wait, this is very doable. This is extremely doable. Oh no, Supernova's gonna go down, but again, the damage is really piling on. Oh.
They're just keeping this point alive with their hopes and dreams.
I mean, there is a chance if they can stay on here for a while and just extend it a few more moments. Oh, and
yeah,
they are
there, but the punch comes out.
Oh, the punch, and now there's no chance. That was a grazing of the punch. That was scary. They almost made it all the way back, but a full hold on point A.
Wow, and did you see that? Oh my goodness, we saw the punch being answered to the other Asherwar, and then the taunt, the fist out. What's up, bro? I just got you.
I love that punch too, because I think the punch was an attempt, like, we saw the Ashmore kind of fly in above the point slightly, so I think maybe the punch was used to say, like, oh, well, if you don't land right now, you're going to have to, or you're, like, not going to get the extension that you think you're going to get, which it didn't quite do that, but I think that may have been the intent, and that was really, really smart, because that could have just stopped it right there. But even still, looking good. I mean, a full hold on A, at least there was a decent amount of percentage, right? You could even let it go to 50% here, and you'd be fine.
Yeah, no, you could let it go to 50% and be fine, but there's still that chance. And honestly, I've seen extended warranty come back from some crazy deficits before. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them just full hold this.
I
It's
feel
a
like
bold
it's
statement,
possible.
but if they could just get their ult economy just a little bit under wraps, and they can, because they did a really good job there at the end. That's what gave them that initial push to actually even have the chance to get 66%. I think if they could just really tighten these things up, I think they might have a chance to do this.
The side question, wait, heavy arms banned, right? Jim Carrey's on heavy arms on defense right now, right?
Oh.
Am I wrong?
No, that is a ban. That is a ban.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. That's a
Yeah,
troll right there for sure.
pause.
Oh, it was a switch. It was a switch.
It was a switch? Okay, we're good.
But that means that Jim Carrey's not here like right off the bat. I mean, probably we'll be able to get back in time, just barely, but still a little bit scary. I mean, it's going to be melee anyway, or at least close range, I should say. So there is going to be, you're not going to be like firing pot shots off. So that was a little bit scary. Almost went for the DQ there. That would have been an interesting strategy. Just give up.
Yeah, just give up. Nope, that's not the motto for the CIL, luckily. As we see, he's going to be coming back in just in time, and it looks like instead of Warranty just playing deep inside the house, they are doing a great job of picking up the flankers. A Robot, Garmazabi, and Cobaltic all going down. However, Cassie does pick up Weibo, and look at that, Yariella on the Methis, picking up Cassie in return. They're cooking with this, though. Jim Carrey picking up Dizzy Wizzy, and they're just chasing poor Ultra Cardis back to the health pack where he goes to die.
This is such an interesting comp. This is like the weirdest comp of all time. I mean, just like you said, we see the Methis. Methis though was doing super well. That the Asian team, Tokyo Monkeys. I can't remember the name of their Methis player off the top of my head, but they were really good. So I wanted to see more Methis after that. And then Price just absolutely killing it in that fight as well, switching over to the Marasai. I love the Marasai. You know, it can be a hook cam 100% of the time if you're just landing hooks with Marasai.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, as we say that, L Price, though, the Marasai for extended warranty does go down. This is exactly what Rizzards needs to try and push in here on the point. Ultra Cardis, though, going down to a Supernova blast right there. And it looks, oh, yep, here they go. They're flooding in. They're trying to get on the point. Jim Carrey says no.
Oh, Jim Carrey gets some nice damage, does go down, Supernova going down as well, and now it's just going to be Weibo, and that's going to be a pretty solid wipe here. If anybody can get back, they need to be here. It looks like we're at least going to have Price, going to be landing a hook, but there are just so many enemies there that you just can't stay up. Somebody's got to get on point.
Pekko, you need to get on point.
Oh. That was a chance. It was close. It was an inch away. I actually thought maybe they were going to be there, but not quite. And that's going to be that. Wow. Yeah. I mean, that was. It's rare to see such a strong hold, but I mean, the comps were so different. I feel like that really was a big part of that.
Yeah, absolutely. It seemed like extended warranty just couldn't quite get their ult economy and their positioning down where they wanted. Maybe it was the bans, maybe it was just the maps, who knows, but that is going to be GG's, and that's going to be a victory for the Rizzards of Oz.
Yeah, Rizzards was so good. I honestly feel like so much of it was that. It was the ult economy, right? Like the G maneuvers were saved for the perfect time, and we saw a lot of the big pushes with a lot of G maneuver from the side of extended warranty. They just didn't quite make it, right? They just didn't quite get those points. They would like get like 3 or 4 picks, but then like people would start funneling back in, and then the like I guess patience of usage of resources from the sides of Rizzards was just so good. Like there were some pushes, especially even when you look back at the first map on Harbor. Like there was a push where they could have very easily been a little bit scared and like popped like a screaming Nimbus, but they held on to it, and they just had such good management of the resource, especially now in the most recent patch where everybody has G maneuver that much faster.
Right.
I feel like this is like more resource management game than it's ever been, and it takes a lot of I guess a lot of bravery to not be like, well, let's just use it now, because if I didn't use it now, maybe it's a waste. Like, to have that coordination, it's strong.
Yeah, self-control and trust in your teammates really shining for the side of Rizzards of Oz. And just a hats off to all of them. Hats off to you, Wonder Chef, for jumping in and casting this with me. I had a hell of a time doing this, man. I always love to cast with you. And of course, shout out to the one, the only, the Lich Grave on the cams. My name has been Lacrum. This has been the CIL, and we'll catch you all next time.
Left behind, and I've lost everything. Forever living in the dark. I feel so alive. Still remembering what I want, but it ends with you. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile when come speak. Will you please slow down? Slow down. Unreal intertwined, and you're not listening. It is your choice to make a little mockery, it won't do. Further down the line, still surrendering, trying harder to forgive you. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile and don't speak. Will you please slow down? Slow down. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door is closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still a smile but don't speak. Will you please slow down? Slow down. Slow down. Slow down.